I thought, I made my video about the Eagles and losing the Cowboys. I did my little rant. I figured, okay, I did that. But then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? There's a certain player for the Philadelphia 76ers who's still fresh on my mind. So what I did was I went upstairs, took off my Miles Sanders jersey, put on my Joel Embiid t-shirt, and now I'm going to talk about Ben Simmons. When I go out public, this be a few years back, 2-3 years back, or when I was looking up, or I saw Sixers merchandise, online, the most popular items were Ben Simmons jerseys and Ben Simmons t-shirts. Well, here we are now a few years later. Never purchased any Ben Simmons merchandise whatsoever. Boy, am I fucking happy. I never purchased any merchandise of Benjamin David Simmons whatsoever. I was always higher on Embiid than Simmons, especially since like 2018, 2019. I really didn't hate Ben Simmons. I didn't have anything against him. I preferred Joel Embiid. Felt he was a better player than Benjamin David Simmons. Felt, he was more likable in my view. Felt he offered more intrigue than there was with Ben Simmons. And now here we are a few years later. I think some people are starting to get it. Although the media, of course, they seem to be most fascinated with Ben Simmons. But of course, you can call me a hypocrite because I'm still talking about. But so now we know a few days ago, Undisputed did with Skip and Shannon. They talked about Ben Simmons not showing up to camp. Shannon Sharp advising the Marine professionals still show up. And they were talking about the idea the Sixers might try to make a trade sometime early 2022 for him once they feel they have the right pieces to make a trade. And maybe that might happen. At least that part might happen. But Ben Simmons not wanting to show up in Philly, not want to be anywhere near the locker room, not want to be with a bunch of players and fans that hate him. I want to be with them. Being the biggest crybaby in Philly. That's what Ben Simmons is. Now he shows that he's the biggest crybaby in Philly. This proves and backs up everything about him being a baby. Last time we checked Ben Simmons, you were the one who passed up an open dunk in Game 7. Last time I checked, Trae Young in a single game scored more points than you. You scored the entire series. Last time we checked, some of the bench guys, Seth Curry included, Tobias Harris even, were outperforming you and showed more heart in that series than you did, Ben Simmons. Last time I checked, Tobias Harris was more of a legit scorer throughout the regular season last season than you were. Now, Ben Simmons, great defensive player. He can get rebounds. He can pass the ball. Yeah, we most certainly know from that open dunk he gave up that he can pass. But we know he has some of the other skills there. We know he has the skills to be an all-star at the NBA. We know he's been to several all-stars, voted Rookie of the Year. His first season he played. He's got all the gifts to be a star. But he doesn't know how to shoot. Not only does he not know, he's too afraid to shoot. One of the biggest differences between Giannis and Ben Simmons is Giannis is not afraid to take shots. Even though he knows his free throws is one of his weaknesses, he's not afraid to take shots. Even in the all the way to the Milwaukee Bucks championship win, Giannis was not afraid to take opportunities. He wasn't afraid at all. Well, Ben Simmons, the reason he doesn't shoot, we all know it, is because he's afraid to get fouled. He's afraid to go for the free throw line. He's afraid that he's going to have to step up and work on his weaknesses. The one thing that's holding him back more than anything, not only is it holding him back, but it's holding the rest of the team back, holding the chemistry in the locker room back. It's particularly in the city of Philadelphia, where that shit doesn't fly in Philly. Can't believe I'm even talking about Ben Simmons after doing an incoherent rant about the Eagles' loss. I mean, I saw the Undisputed thing. I was thinking about making this vid, but then I saw Desert Eagle 90s vid. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. Well, it's fresh on my mind. You know what? Ben Simmons can just get out of here. He can go somewhere else. I don't care where he goes. I don't care if he goes to the Portland Trailblazers, Houston Rockets, Oklahoma City Thunder, Orlando Magic, freaking Boston Celtics. I don't care. Toronto Raptors, Memphis Grizzlies. I don't even Oklahoma City Thunder. He can go anywhere at this point. I don't care. Los Angeles Clippers, Miami Heat. I don't care. Just send him somewhere at this point and get a decent package at least in return for him. We had all offseason to do it. We couldn't put it in place. But, oh, yeah, one of the reasons why is because no one wants to give up a lot to take on Ben Simmons. That's why. The reason you're in this predicament in the first place, Mr. Ben Simmons, because of your poor performance and your lack of confidence to actually step up and take shots, and your fear of failure, your fear of being sent to the line and failing. Your fears are the one thing that are hurting you the most and hurting your confidence, also hurting the organization. It's because of that why your trade value is so low. It's because of that why your teammates don't like you. Because that's why the All-Star Joel Embiid called you out. Of course, you can't handle any of that, Ben Simmons. You can't. You just can't deal with that. Oh, wasn't it like last year? But 2019, actually, when we lost that first game in the Brooklyn Nets in the Eastern Conference opening round. When he was asked what he felt about being booed, he said, oh, you can something. I don't remember the exact words, but he said, oh, you can go elsewhere and stay consistent with that when we start winning. That's his attitude, his baby attitude. Can't handle any criticism, even though most of it's valid. It's just too much of a baby to handle. You see, every time he gets critiqued, oh, they're throwing me under the bus. They hate me. He is just entitled, overpaid, overrated liability. Despite all the gifts he has, all the money he has, he's such a diva about it. All that money's done, given that fame has given him a sense of entitlement that he can say and act however he wants to. And he'll get attention that people will cater to him. And it's this mentality across the NBA, this whiny mentality that where players like James Harden, I don't want to be here anymore. Okay, where do you want to go, James? Brooklyn. Okay, we'll make it happen. Anthony Davis, I don't want to be here anymore. Okay, Anthony, where do you want to go? Lakers. Okay, we'll make it happen. It's that mentality that's allowed a lot of these players to feel that they can just whine about whatever. Management will ask them, where do you want to go? They'll say where they want to go, and management will make it happen. That's exactly what's going on. It's the previous instance where all these players have gotten their way. Now Ben Simmons is trying to pull the same here. Just to get out of the situation that he brought himself into. So he's trying to take the little cowardly way out. You know what, Ben Simmons, just get out of Philadelphia. The quicker you leave the Sixers, the better. You're doing us all a favor. Leaving Sixers organization, Daryl Morey, make something happen. Do yourself, do the organization you work for, and do the fans of your organization a favor. Get Ben Simmons out of this organization. That's all I'm going to say. You guys let me know what you think in the comments section. If you have any ideas for trade suggestions, you guys can feel free to comment, let me know. All right, Nikki Steve signing off. Have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys next time.